And if you successfully complete the probations, you will never be a convicted felon, which is huge. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty in each of these cases. In one of the cases, you could go to prison for up to 20 years. Ms. Holmes, you've got Janaea Fine. It's a sentencing in 2 cases. Good morning. I'm gonna have the blood tested first. Good morning. You're Janaea Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fine, before we go forward with your sentencing, I'm gonna have you drug tested today to make sure you're clean, okay?
Okay.
Have a seat in the jury box. We'll get that done first. Michael Garrett, looks like I'm signing a dismissal of Mr. Garrett's case now. He's free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. I know.
Client of mine, Rodney Haynes, is one I just signed up, retained on. He was down in misdemeanor court, evidently was taken into custody out of this court. They brought him over here. It looks like he had a drug patch that came back positive. So I don't know, is he setting up no bond as of now? How do you?
No, I usually set a bond. There's a bond set. When I raise it, I usually look at what the original bond was and raise it. Ms. Holmes could probably look at it.
Right.
No, maybe not. If you want to,
I don't want to look on.
yeah, yeah, you might want to just, if you want to file something, I'll take a look at it, but
Okay.
obviously it was.
I'd like to get him.
Mr. Kelly on Dondre Blewett.
I just sent paperwork, Your Honor.
Is there paperwork on, are we doing both cases?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. You're Dondre Blewett.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, Mr. Kelly.
Morning.
Will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment and the motion?
Yes, we do.
And I wonder if, clearly we're pleading open, but we also don't really have an agreement on which violations of the motion we're gonna plead to. We're gonna plead to the
Okay.
aggravated assault, obviously, and some of those that are.
I'll go through probably the whole thing since it's unagreed.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Blewett, and cause number 26 DCCR 0362, you're charged with the 2nd-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from February 1st of 2026. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty or not guilty? Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? In that case, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Kelly? Do you fully understand them? And it looks like there is no agreement, and so you have not waived your right to appeal, but you're leaving your punishment up to me. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
I want to make sure you understand you have an absolute right to have a jury come in and decide 2 things. The first would be to decide if you're guilty or not. And then if they find you guilty, you could leave your punishment up to that jury. If we go forward this way, you're waiving that right. And is that what you want to do? Also, do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection to number 1, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Blewett's not competent?
Not at all, Judge.
All right, then, and Mr. Blewett, in clause number 260362, find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. And then in cause number 22-41150, I have a first amended motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. This shows that you were placed on probation September 13th of 2023 for the offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that was an 8-year deferred probation. Is that correct? This motion alleges that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 1st of 2026. And is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
True or not true?
Sure.
Count 2 alleges that you were at a residence or at a location other than your residence at 12:32 a.m. on February 1st of 2026. And is that true or not true? Count 3 alleges that you committed the offense of harassment on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Not sure.
Count 4 alleges that you failed to avoid injurious or vicious habits by brandishing a loaded firearm during the assault of Alondra Cantu on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 5 alleges the same thing, really, but that you have failed to avoid injurious or vicious habits by brandishing that loaded firearm, and a child was also present, and that's on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Right.
Count 6 alleges that you associated with a disreputable person, to wit, Daniel Clark, or that you were at a location where a criminal act was being committed on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Not sure.
Count 7 alleges that you failed to immediately report to the probation officer your arrest from February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true? Count 8 alleges that you became intoxicated or were under the influence of an intoxicating substance February 1st of 2026 in violation of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
Sure.
Count 9 alleges that you possessed a firearm and ammunition in violation of your probation order, and that's from February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true? And then count 10 alleges, that's really the same as 8, so I'm going to skip 10. All right, did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 freely and voluntarily? And did you plead true to those counts because they're actually true?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll also have here on the tablet, in that case, some documents that have your signature on them, but the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Did you also go over these with Mr. Kelly before you signed them?
Yes.
And it looks like the same thing in this case. You guys do not have an agreement with regard to punishment. You're just leaving that up to me. Is that your understanding? And that you will have some rights to appeal depending on what happens. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection, number 1, Judge.
All right, it's admitted. All right, Mr. Blewett, in that case, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm going to reset this case as well for sentencing. We'll get an updated report on that one. Anything that you think is important for me to know, get that information to Mr. Kelly. He'll present it to me on your behalf when we come back. Is this something that we need a little extra time on?
I believe so, Your Honor. My understanding is that Mr. Coleman is going to present some punishment evidence whenever the hearing is set, so you're
Okay.
going to have some extra time for that.
We'll just set it at an 11 o'clock on a regular date, but at 11, so that we have a little extra time for anything like that. Okay, all right. Thank you for being here. Y'all can go back to the bailiff, or you can go back. Not at all. I know. It's not a bad idea sometimes. I know. Ms. Holmes on Janaea Fine, Ms. Fine. Okay. All right, ma'am, again, you're Janaea Fine.
Yes, yeah.
And Ms. Fine tested negative this morning for everything, which is good. Was previously in court and clause numbers 26 DCCR 0432 and 0433 entered pleas of guilty. I've received that pre-sentence report. Any other, have you both had an opportunity to review that?
Yes, Your Honor. I have, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor. Judge, I would just ask that the court consider, as the report indicates, that she be enrolled in JCBI. And also, would you please admonish her about either getting a job or continuing her schooling? She seems like she's on the right path. We're going to dismiss her misdemeanor, but
Yes.
thank you.
I will, thank you. All right, so Ms. Fine, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence in each case to find you guilty. However, cause number 0432, defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine in that case and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And I'm going to go over some of those with you in a minute. And then in cause number 0433, also defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're not going to have a fine in that case, but be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of those is that you will be on the specialized mental health caseload and be required to continue any treatment through the Spinal Tap Center. That's now not just something that if you feel like you need to do, it's something that I'm ordering you to do. And that's to make sure that you stay on the right track, get any help that you need so that you can be successful. I'm also ordering that you either complete school or get your GED.
I graduated high school.
You did graduate? Okay, good, great. Okay, I'm sorry I missed that.
I graduated through Pathways Learning.
Good, okay. So, anything else that probation feels like would be helpful for you that they say you need to do, you need to make sure and follow through with all that. Because this is a great opportunity. You don't have felony convictions on your record right now. And if you successfully complete the probations, you will never be a convicted felon, which is huge. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty in each of these cases. In one of the cases, you could go to prison for up to 20 years, and in the other for up to 10 years, just for not doing your probation right. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm handing you in each of your cases the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right? Just right over here is fine. Just in the courtroom, just watch for her to call for you.
And I don't think she had an attorney on that case, Judge. So if you don't mind, I'll just let her know she does not need to go down.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Melfina.